One time somebody came through and totally destroyed it, scattered all the sticks. It was a lot of work to do that, to scatter them like they did. I felt an angry energy, but I don't know why, because it's not like anybody is around here. Somebody was upset to find a circle in the forest. A holy circle. A holy circle. That's it. Maybe they thought it was some kind of witch circle. And yeah, but it's also a circle. No problem. Anthill grew here. I was looking at an anthill yesterday in a video and pointing out how they put seeds in their hills, and it seems like they choose certain species. You see a lot of this stuff called a catchweed or something, bedstraw catchweed. I wonder if they eat the sprouts or if they use the roots that grow to help stabilize their hills. It's interesting work. There. Just made another circle, meaningful to behold. And inside, we had a different design here, but over the year it got scattered about. But there's a baby oak tree here, one of the native oaks. This is a sacred place, and really all places are sacred already. You can do a few things to help people realize, and they respond in interesting ways. Like that one person ripped apart the circle, but at the other spots in here, other things have happened already. I made one closer to the trail entrance, and last year, one day I came and I found these crystals and a bracelet with a note. Some parents had written this note to explain their kids wanted to leave gifts for the fairies. And that made me happy, because that's exactly the thing. And what we now call fairies are coming out of the traditions of my ancestors. And it's basically like the devas of the West, the shining ones. And in the East, we hear all about these characters too, and they're similar in all sorts of ways, but they're also gods. They live in forests, in plants and trees, according to the ancient texts, Buddhist texts. And according to what we can know of our Western ancestors, spiritual, biological ancestors. Thich Nhat Hanh, our teacher, huge influence, reminds us to remember our ancestors. It's like a fourth refuge. Usually people talk about the three refuge thing of Buddhism. He gave us this fourth, the ancestors. It's part of engaged Buddhism. And so I like to explore the ancestors in all sorts of ways, like not just reading books, but yes, reading books. The ancestors can be known in another way too. They're always speaking through reality. The past doesn't just disappear. Here it is. This is it. The present moment. That's what this sutra I've been talking about touches on. I was talking about it earlier this morning with a Buddhagang friend in the chat group, and it was exciting. I hadn't seen this sutra before, and the way it was being presented was creative. There's this child who appears, and the Buddha goes to help, and the child brings up some interesting things. The wanderer unraveled the next layer of the story. She spoke not just of the child's radiant wisdom, but of the karmic threads stretching across lifetimes, leading even the most extraordinary beings to the consequences of past actions. Karma has results, always. But as ordinary beings, we have trouble knowing when exactly this or that karma will bear fruit. So things are complicated, unpredictable to a degree, though even we ordinary beings can know something about what will likely happen. And this is where Buddha's teaching on ethics comes in to make things clear for Buddhists. These kinds of actions will have those kinds of results. Our goal is to end suffering, not to complicate it and intensify it, or ignore or minimize it. The Buddha knew that this child was on the verge of something monumental. It's the kind of shift that comes when countless eons of effort culminate. This was no ordinary child, according to the text. This was a being carrying the weight of lifetimes, ready to burn off the last obscurations and reveal the brilliance that had always been there. And this is a point that not only pertains to this child in this story, but to all beings. It's relevant. It's about Buddha nature.